seconds and counting.
Hey, what's good guys? The Texans Are Interviewing here, back to another video, and for today's video I'm going to be talking about the Houston Texans. And actually earlier today, the Texans put in an interview request for Los Angeles Rams assistant coach slash tight ends coach Thomas Brown. And at first when I saw that tweet, once I saw that report, I was kind of like, who is this? Like, why are we putting in a request for a guy that we don't even really know like that? But the more that I guess read into him and saw a couple of videos on him, there's this one really good video on Twitter circulating. It's about 2 minutes long. It shows like how he does in the LA Rams, facility and team, the type of stuff he does. Like, it shows his character, his personality. And just based off of that video alone, outside of the other stuff that I kind of saw about him, he seems really, really good. I mean, he's still only 36. He's an assistant head coach to the Rams for a reason. Sean McVay really, really loves him. And I think my favorite thing about Thomas Brown is he's learning from Sean McVay. Sean McVay, though we see him on the sidelines and practices and whatnot, he's very, very energetic. He's always trying to get the players hyped up, involved in all of that. And Thomas Brown tries to replicate that in his own ways. And I think he does a great job at it. And, I mean, he's like a player's coach. He's not a guy that's going to go over there and be an X's and O's type of coach, like maybe like a Jonathan Gannon maybe. And Thomas Brown, he's more of like that leader, like that guy like that you want to play for, that you want to run through a brick wall for. And I mean, Thomas Brown, he definitely can be that type of X's and O's guys if you need him to be, because he was actually a running backs coach from numerous schools, including Wisconsin, Georgia. He was offensive coordinator for Miami, Florida from 2016 to 2018. He was running backs coach for South Carolina in 2019. The running backs coach for LA Rams in 2020. And then again in 2021. And of course this year, this previous season, he was the assistant head coach and tight ends coach. So he definitely has a ton of experience coaching. He has, over 11 years of coaching experience. And he actually has 2 to 3 years of playing in the NFL. He was a running back for the Atlanta Falcons, but he had a pretty, severe injury, if you want to call it that. And that kind of derailed his career. He did get a chance after that to play with the Browns, but he wasn't the same. So he does have a little bit of a playing experience career. He has a big coaching career experience. And I think that's what Nick would really love. We saw that with Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson did have a playing career in college. I mean, it's a little bit different, obviously, but he'd had a pretty solid playing career in college. He has a ton of coaching experience, and I think that's what Nick's trying to go after. I mean, obviously, there is some outliers there, of course. Jonathan Gannon. But then DeMeco Ryans, the same thing. Playing experience and quite a bit of coaching experience. So it looks like he's trying to get like a guy that's going to be able to relate to the players, relate to the game plans, create good game plans, help the players fit in best. And I think him being a running backs coach would really, really, really help Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce, I mean, as we know, he's a very good running back, but he's not built to carry the ball 20 times a game. And being a former running backs coach, I mean, I'm sure he could teach him a couple different things. Maybe possibly get Arian Foster to be the running backs coach. Maybe hiring a guy like Thomas Brown would influence Arian Foster maybe come here. I know Arian Foster did say something on some podcast as of recently. He said something like if DeMeco Ryans was to come be the head coach for the Texans, that he would go be the running backs coach or something like that. And I think if maybe a guy like Thomas Brown, obviously he's not DeMeco Ryans, but the type of energy that he brings, the type of, character that he brings to the building is kind of like DeMeco-ish. So maybe we could try to convince Arian Foster to come. I don't know. I think Thomas Brown would be a great hire. I don't think it would be a home run hire. I still need to look more into him, but I think he would be a good/great hire. Just on the things I've seen from him. He has a ton of coaching experience, as I mentioned, a little bit of playing experience. He looks pretty sound. He looks pretty good. In those videos, he shows, again, how I mentioned, the character that he brings, the energy that he brings, how he likes to get the players hyped up, a little bit of a Sean McVay type-esque to him. The thing is, I don't know if they're going to be able to get the chance to interview him. I'm sure they're going to interview him within this next week or two. Apparently, the Texans are probably going to drag this interview process out. It was reported by one of the Texans ESPN's reporters that this interview process may drag out a little bit longer than expected. But not for anything bad. They just want to get the decision right, considering how big of a decision it is. But yeah, that's pretty much everything from Thomas Brown. ton of coaching experience, playing experience. He looks like a pretty good option if, again, it doesn't work out, if a D'Amico doesn't work out, if a Ben Johnson doesn't work out. As of right now, Thomas Brown is probably going to be like third or fourth on my list. I wouldn't be mad at the hire. I'd be pretty happy, but I just don't think he's better than other candidates like a Ben Johnson, like a D'Amico, possibly Sean Payton, but I'm not on board with giving up that compensation for him. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Let me know what y'all guys think about Ben Johnson down below in the comments. Do y'all think Houston should really give him a chance? Do you think they should strongly consider him if he fares well in the interview process? What ranking would you have him on y'all's, I guess, head coaching list? Would he be like at least top 3, top 4? But yeah, that's pretty much the video. Let me know what y'all guys' thoughts down below in the comments. And it's been Clutch City Entertainment out.